Oh, hi VC. Hi, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We are back with another video, and this time, obviously, it is a contest entry video, and this is for Rachel, the Music Man, for her 250 subscribers, but I think Rachel is well beyond 250 in terms of subscribers, and it'll be 500 before you know it. So we're back with the video. This time, again, it is for her subscriber contest. This is her second subscriber contest. I gotta get my notes here. And for this one, she has three questions. And so for the first one is talking about a musical pilgrimage, maybe a place you have gone to or would like to go to. So when that question came up, I immediately thought, going back a few years now, when my wife and I were able to go on a vacation to Memphis, Tennessee, certainly to see Graceland and Sun Studios. Didn't have the kids. It was just my wife and I. We had a lovely time. This was, I think, back in the early 90s, and we had to do some digging to find some of these photographs. Now, I won't show you, I'll try not to show you too many photographs because, I don't know, there's something about sitting through somebody else's family photographs. I don't know. But of course, for the purposes of this contest. So we went down to Graceland, absolutely enjoyed it. It's interesting, Graceland, when you think of Elvis's home, it's quite modest in terms of today's standards. When you see celebrities and their massive, massive homes, Graceland, by comparison, is fairly modest. But here's the photo op of my wife and I. This is back in the early 90s. This is the photo op at Graceland at the gates there. But there's me at the actual gates. And yeah, it was a fun time to actually see Graceland, see the jungle room, see the whole estate. And there with the Lisa Marie. There's my private jet there, the Lisa Marie. So that was a fun time. And then we also, while we were in Memphis, as I mentioned, had to see Graceland, and then had to see Sun Studios, the Memphis Sun Studios. So for me, this was an absolute thrill, and really enjoyed Graceland. But gosh, for me, going to Sun Studios, where it was all created. My gosh, you had Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, all in one spot creating this amazing music. And here's me. This is apparently the microphone. Like when you do this a little tour of the studio, again, it's very small, just a very small room for the recording studios, but you could just feel it as you walked in, the musical history there. So this is apparently the microphone that Elvis, or at least many of the early Sun artists, used. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but there's a nice little photo op with, with me on the microphone. And, tickling the 88s there. This apparently is the piano that Jerry Lee Lewis would have used, or many Sun Sessions artists would have used, or so they say. But there's me doing my best Jerry Lee Lewis without touching the piano. Sure. And so that was a huge a musical pilgrimage. But for the whole family, we were able to go to the UK, to both London and to Liverpool. So for London, this is the kids and I. You'll notice the yellow submarine frame here. So we tried our best, but the traffic is incredible on Abbey Road. You really have got to go out there if you're taking your photo and do it fast. And even to get a good vantage point, my wife, you literally almost have to go out onto the road to get to the proper. But these are, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but this is me here, and then my kids, who are a lot older now, doing our best Abbey Road. It sort of turned into Genesis, The Way We Walk. I don't know if you know that live album cover. It sort of is Genesis meets the Beatles on Abbey Road. But it was a thrill just to be at the site at Abbey Road. And then in Liverpool, we were able to go to the Cavern Club. Now, obviously, today's Cavern Club is not the original Cavern Club, but but they make it look like you're actually at the Cavern Club. And so this is my daughter and I, my youngest. And we're up on stage at the Cavern Club, and they still have it like you're going down a long flight of stairs into the dingy basement kind of thing at the Cavern. So this is us doing our best, sort of maybe Paul and George here, and the way it looked in the Cavern Club back in the day. Yeah, so that was an absolute thrill to be down there for that. Okay, the second question, talk about your YouTube channel name. Well, for me, not being very creative, my YouTube channel name is just my name, Jamie Cottle. I really, at the time, I just couldn't think of anything specific to come up with. Interesting, though, for the vinyl community, I really could change it to King of the Box Sets, because that seems to be very much my unofficial title in the vinyl community, is King of the Box Sets. And currently, I am doing a ongoing series of my box sets. Right now I'm taking a look at the sort of long box or long book format. So yeah, I do have a few box sets, mainly CDs, but my vinyl box sets are certainly increasing, as is my vinyl collection. But shout out to the VC, to the vinyl community, so welcoming, and you learn so much, and everybody's got something different to bring to the table. That's the beauty of it. If you think, oh, my perspective isn't going to really be, help or anything like that, it will. Guaranteed it will, because everybody's got a different viewpoint, different record collection, different music collection, different musical tastes, and you can always bring something to the table with the VC. So it's Jamie Cottle, but if I were to change it, it could be King of the Box Sets. Although I don't know, Mazzy's got a lot of box sets. Just saying. And I believe the third question was name a beautiful song or beautiful medley. I don't know if this has been taken or not. I tried to watch as many of the other videos as I could in terms of the contest entries, but I'm going to go with Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World." That song's always struck me as just the beautiful words, beautiful song. First released in 1967, but then became a hit in 1988 when it was included in the Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack. So it did kind of squeak into the top 40 in 1988. I remember when that song came out, people kind of chatting about that they really couldn't understand the sincerity, almost thought maybe it was like a satire or a parody, but there is a beautiful, beautiful lyric to the song. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, that's my clock. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're only saying, I love you. I see babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're only saying, I love you. I see babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I'll ever know. Then I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Then I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Louis Armstrong, or Louis Armstrong, as he referred to himself, and I know Tony Bennett always refers to him as Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong and What a Wonderful World. So that's my entry for Rachel's contest. Good luck, Rachel, and good luck all the entrants. Take care. Bye-bye.